So here I am again. You'll have to excuse the noise of the washing machine doing its thing in the background, but it's Sunday and it's kind of, you know, housework day here. So yeah, it's going to be gurgling away. But I just kind of, I've been thinking more about religion and the kind of fairy tale of it all. And I was out in town earlier, kind of thinking about all this again, and the fairy tale theme, and how people sort of just buy into this biblical stuff, which is really sort of fairy tale. But they wouldn't sort of necessarily buy into the real sort of fairy tale stuff. And I was sort of wondering really how it could be explained. I mean, perhaps to children. So I've sort of brought it forward a little bit, and instead of the 12 apostles sitting at the supper, I thought, well, how about let's make it the 7 dwarfs. So we got the 7 dwarfs there, sitting round the table, ready to have their food. And right, so we've got Doc, who's a vegetarian. Let's say that Grumpy is lactose intolerant, and Happy is vegan. Sleepy, well, you don't worry about him, because whatever food you put down, he's just going to go and fall asleep in it. But he's also the LGBT PQRSWRBS sort of rep as well, you know. Then we got a Bashful, he's a celiac, and Sneezy, who's a pescatarian, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, Dopey, who can't eat any colours or artificial flavourings or anything like that. So we got the 7 of them around the table, and up there in front is Jesus Farage, right? He's up there, kind of orchestrating and sort of doing little things that provide everyone with their food and wine, copious amounts of wine, right? So they're all there and having little discussions around the table. And Jesus Farage, you know, says to his little tribe there, so what are we going to do next, boys? And you know, I think Grumpy or Sneezy puts a hand up and says, well, you know, what about passing the Red Sea, because we need to stop all these migrants? And Jesus says, oh, I haven't thought of that. So off they trot, and Jesus Farage is there, and he does his like kapow bit, and all of a sudden the Red Sea parts right in the middle of it, and there's this like huge great trench in between, with the sea on that side and the sea on that side, and you've got all the migrants coming over on their boats, and they're suddenly, you know, disappearing over the side into this sort of big crevice that's there now, like women and children, just as migrants do, you know, they're little boats and they're paddling for dear life, and all of a sudden the Red Sea parts and they just disappear into this big like trench, and it's like, well, what do I do now? Says Jesus Farage. And Sneezy says, well, we can't have all these migrants coming in, taking our jobs. There's Grumpy down there. He's got to wait 6 months to have his gallbladder seen to. We can't have all these migrants coming in. And meanwhile, they're just still coming in, and now they're disappearing over the edge, and Happy's there laughing his head off, saying, well, immigration have got nothing to worry about now, have they? We don't have to sort of, you know, take them in and give them bread and water and then send them back on the next ferry. Problem solved. Meanwhile, there's all this commotion going on down this like big crevice, and everybody's looking down to see what's going on, and there's all these voices, and Jesus Farage looks over the top, and this voice comes up and says, help me, please, please, please help. And Jesus Farage looks down and says, What's your skill then? I am a doctor. I am a doctor. Farage, right. You can come up. Oh, yep. Was it you want? Was it? Sorry. Say that again. What is it you do? I want to sell the big issue. Oh, you can sod off. What have we got here? Oh, yes, love. What's up? What do you want to do? Please, sir. I want to make porno. Hey, quick! Somebody get Johnny. Quick! He'll be with you in a minute, my darling. Don't you worry. Right. What about you then? What do you do? What? Sorry, can't hear you. You what? I'm a gay man. What? What's it say in the book about homosexuality then? What? Stoned? Really? All right, we're going to send it to Amsterdam.